All right, how's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? It looks like it's working. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I didn't notice that the mic wasn't showing up on the mixer there. I had to unplug it and plug it back in, so it's working now. So I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. And since you didn't hear me, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub 2 months in a row. I do appreciate that very, very much. My turn 1 opponent did not show up, so I'm just kind of relaxing playing Miraidon, which is a deck that I considered playing leading up to this tournament, but decided against it because I didn't put enough practice in it. But I figured I'm probably going to sit here and play it and regret not playing it. And we're going to get the dub right now. Well, I guess I take that back. If I have another... Oh, wait. I can't prime catch. So if I have another switch, we're going to get the dub right here. There it is. Yep, so we got the dub with the Miraidon. Miraidon feels really good right now. It's in a really good spot. The only reason I locked in Terapagos for the tournament, which is what I have been practicing, and I locked it in just because that is what I have been practicing a little bit more comfortable with. But Miraidon is in a really good spot right now. It's really fast. It punishes decks that need to take time to set up. It can really take advantage of the new stadium that allows you to load up your bench to 8 instead of just 5. So it feels really good. It's really well positioned right now, which is why I definitely considered it for the tournament. I also considered Charizard, which is the deck that it's kind of my fallback, my go-to, but it just has a lot of really bad matchups, and it's one of those real feel bad moments if you hit like 3 straight really bad matchups, or even just 2 straight really bad matchups. And Charizard has just too many of them right now. So that's kind of why I settled on Terapagos. It's fast. It can pull wins out of nowhere. It can take 4 prizes in 1 turn fairly commonly. So it's really well positioned. Yeah, it is nice having a fallback deck. And I was looking at my history a little bit earlier, and you can definitely see. And here I'm going to bring this over here real quick. This is my online tournament history, and you can see that I definitely do better with Charizard. 5-3. That was a 2-2. That one wasn't great. 2-2. But we go back here. We have the 7-3. We have the 7-3, finished 4th place. We have the 7-2. So my best finishes are definitely with Charizard. All right, this is another Raging Bolt. This is one of the reasons why I did not play. Let's do this. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I did not play Miraidon in this tournament, is because Raging Bolt is a really bad matchup, and I expected to see a lot of Raging Bolt in this tournament. So that is the reason why I did not queue up with, or one of the reasons why I didn't queue up with Miraidon. So we're going to get the Area 0 here so we can load our bench up even more. We don't need the hands in this matchup. We do not need the Zapdos either, right? Just a second, Raikou. So Pocket. Pocket is fun. It is definitely fun. It is not the best game I've played, but I mean it is definitely a fun game to play. Okay, yeah, the Squawk. It's different. It is, you can tell it's a collector's game for sure. Let's mute first. It's definitely a collector first game. At the very beginning, it feels really fun. You're you're opening a lot of cards. You're doing a lot with it, but after that, the first day, first like 6 hours, it really really slows down the number of cards you're open and things like that, which is typical of a mobile game. It's very microtransaction happy, heavy, microtransaction heavy, which I mean that's just how all mobile games are. It's to be expected. But it's fun. It is definitely fun. Gobodat, how is it going? Hope you are having a good evening. Just mentioning here that... what do I want to grab? Let's grab Fez. Just talking about how my round 1 opponent did not show up. So we are just kind of messing around with Miraidon here while round 1 finishes up. There's about 13 minutes left in round 1. And then we'll get going into round 2. Decks that I'm looking forward to in Surging Sparks. I think Miraidon. I think Miraidon just gets objectively better with Surging Sparks. For the main reason is the new Stellar Terra Pikachu. And here, I'm going to pull it up here real quick. If I can find it. There it is. Okay. So this Pikachu, it really it makes Miraidon significantly better. Well, maybe a little bit better. It definitely makes Miraidon better. The reason why, it is a Terra, so it enables the Area 0, which is what I'm playing the Mewtwo for. Which the Mewtwo, it uses Psychic Energies. You're not doing anything with it. It's sitting on the bench, so you can expand the bench. And so the Pikachu takes that place because it is a Terra. And the reason why it makes it better is because we actually could possibly attack with it. It does need the metal and the grass energy, but we have things like the Magneton, the new Magneton that comes out in Surging Sparks that you knock out to pull 3 energies and put it on a Pokemon. So you can use that attack with that, and it pulls it from the discard pile. So you can just use Magneton, bring Pikachu, Magneton, bring Pikachu. And what's cool about the Pikachu is it has 200 hit points, but it has the ability of the Resolute Heart. So if it's full HP and knocked out, its HP becomes 10. And there are things you can do. The full heal, Ace Spec, you can bounce it to your hand. There's a lot of things you can do to play with that and keep that Pikachu alive. I mean, nothing's going to one-hit it because it does have that Resolute Heart ability. So I think Pikachu makes Miraidon better. I'm excited to give that a try. Gobodat, I am playing Trapagos tonight. I went through a whole big list of decks that I was trying to figure out what to play, and I had no idea what to play. Start with Charizard, with Dragapult. I looked at Miraidon, Lugia. I think Lugia is very well positioned right now, but I've just decided on Trapagos. It's been what I've been putting most time into. Sure, I'll show you this too. I've been keeping, let's get this up. I've been keeping track of my matches with playing the Trapagos. So if I pull up, there we go. So these are all the different days where I'm playing nothing but Trapagos. So I started out 2-3, 0-3, and I started to get better. 2-0, 3-0, 2-1, 0-1, 1-0. So definitely getting better with the deck. It's feeling a lot better. I'm excited to put it to the test and see what we got going here today. All right, what do we want to do here? I want to get these ready. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8. Oh yeah, that's easy Raikou going to knock out the Raging Bolt. So I think that's what we do, right? Do Arven. Nothing really on the bench I care about right now. I guess let's just get a generator and keep making things ready to attack. Well, okay. Or we just don't do anything. Let's draw, and then we're going to attack for 280. And this is what makes Miraidon better right now, is being able to have expanded bench slots, and so Raiku's damage is just inflated. So what previously Miraidon could not do, we can just take out the one-shot knockout on the Raging Bolt. We got 8 minutes left, and it looks like we have about 16 matches left to go. So I did see Azul was in this tournament. Let's see, he did get the win in round 1, so good on Azul. I didn't see who else we got playing here. No All Out Blitzel. No King Heracross, okay. I wonder if they're both in Louisville. We got Louisville Regional coming up this weekend, so that's exciting. I'm excited to watch some Louisville. I will be traveling a little bit to see my family this weekend, so I will be watching from my phone quite a bit over the weekend. But excited to see what deck come out of this. This is the biggest tournament since Stellar Crown has been legal, so I am very excited to see, how people start playing Terrapagos. I'm excited to see what the bigger names, what the better players believe the best decks in the format are. I expect to see Raging Bolt to be the number one most played deck. I think Terrapagos might be number 2. I think we are going to see a rise in Regidrago, if not for any other reason, that it has kind of a soft lock against Terrapagos, which is part of why I was unsure about playing Terrapagos in this tournament, because people are just now realizing that Noivern and Temple of Sinnoh can be a soft lock on what am I doing? Oh, what are we doing? We gotta get rid of something here. Oh, we have another area 0. Okay. So I want to keep the Mewtwo. Let's get rid of the Don. Noivern and Temple of Sinnoh is a soft lock against Terrapagos, because the Temple of Sinnoh turns the double turbos into a single colorless energy, and then the Noivern says your opponent can't play a stadium or a special energy next turn. So we can't play a stadium, so we can't bounce the Temple of Sinnoh, and we can't play a special energy, so we can't play down a double turbo. So it just kind of locks the game out unless you have a way to bounce the Temple of Sinnoh. So I'm expecting players to start putting Lost Vacuum in there, perhaps, because that's the only way out of that lock, and it's even not a great way, because you vacuum that up and you can at least attack at that point, but you still can't play another energy. So I don't know. I think Lost Vacuum is the way to go. It is not currently in my deck. I don't think it's in the deck I submitted, just because I didn't know what to cut. So I just had to keep it as is and hope I don't hit that match. But I do think that we're going to see some Regidrago V-Stars because it has that lock against Terrapagos. And yeah, Ready to Go, you're right. Bolt is very, very good right now. It just hits all of the good matchups very well. And they have a bunch of options that they can play as their single prizer. Sandy Shocks was seen a lot of play before. This is the new thing right now, because with 2 energies on there, it hits for 240 into weakness, which is enough to knock out the Fezandipity, or it's enough to knock out everything on the Miraidon side. So it's a really, really good single prizer, just for 2 energy. It does do the 90 damage to itself, but whatever, doesn't matter. And as a matter of fact, it can even hit this Raikou and knock it out, because it also burns the opponent, and not just that the 240 after weakness, but it also burns them. So you can hit for an extra 20 or more after that. All right, so they got the knock there. We're kind of in trouble here as everybody can just go 2-2-2 against each other. Let's go ahead and use Pokestop. We can get nothing to lose. Except for that boss. We can lose that boss. Okay, back to Area 0. Let's bring that up. It's a generator. If nothing, just to get energies out of that deck. So if we draw something else, we can draw something good. Question is, what do we do here? Answer is, I don't know. Yeah, we don't have anything. We're cooked. We're cooked. We can do that. We can ride on out the Iron Hands. And then we just do our little Radiant Greninja here, draw some more cards. We get anything else with this? We got a Mew. Let's go ahead and use the Mew, draw some extra cards. Yeah, they're really just out there because, like I said, I'm just kind of cooked. Actually, no, I think I'm cooked here. I'm trying to think what we could do, because we could knock out the Ogerpon. What does that do? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That actually, I think we might be fine. We might be fine. Because if we go into this guy, we can take the knock on the Raging Bolt. And then they need another Raging Bolt, or getting the 2 energies on the Slitherwing. And we have the Prime Catcher to get around a single prizer if they stick a single prizer out in the active. So we have a shot, I think. You only have one fighting in the discard pile. I guess that part doesn't matter. But yeah, FYI, if you have 2 Mews, they both can use Restart. So that's a thing. I mean, it's not terrible. Especially when you just need to fill your bench for the Lightning Rondo attack. Get as many in that bench as possible to make sure you get that knockout on the opposing Raging Bolt. So we did just hit time in round 1. So we're going to sit tight here and wait for next pairing to be up. Yeah, 2 restarts is not bad. It's really not. I had to look to make sure that you could actually use 2 restarts in the same turn. And you can. So when you're trying to just fill your bench to get a Lightning Rondo when you have 8 bench slots, I'm okay benching 2 Mews. There it is. So I think they have us now. 240 plus the burn. The burn hits before we flip, right? Yeah. Yep, so they got us. They got us. But they had to dig pretty far to get there. Miraidon almost held strong. Alright, so we're going to sit tight now and wait for the next round to begin. We're set at 1-0 after the no contest, the no show for round 1. So, you know, if they want to give me round 1 bye, I'm okay with taking round 1 bye. I am not above taking that round 1. So I was playing the VG. I was playing Violet last night, and I decided to go out and do a little shiny hunt. So I, got all set. I was ready to go get some shiny. I was like, all right, what do we want? What is competitive? What's fun? What can I get as a shiny competitive for VGC? What can I put effort into? And I thought, all right, I like dragons, and Garchomp is very strong in the VGC right now. So we're going to go catch a shiny Gibble. So I'm playing Violet. I make the sandwich. I'm ready to go. I'm where there are Gibbles. I'm looking 45 minutes. I finally get the Gibble. I'm like, all right, there's my shiny Gibble. We're good. I go catch it. And I'm like, all right, now we need to evolve it. It's a really, really cool, if you haven't seen it. The shiny Gibble is like a royal blue almost, with a yellow stomach, like royal blue yellow stomach. Looks really, really cool. So I see the Gibble, I catch it, and I'm like, all right, now we need to get it ready. So I'm gonna evolve it into a Garchomp and then start EV training it. So I start leveling it up, and it evolves into the Gabite. And the Gabite is like a cool indigo color. I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool too. So we keep going, and we get to the Garchomp, and I thought the game glitched out because it didn't even look shiny. I was so disappointed. I'm going to pull this up here real quick. These are the shinies for the shinies compared to the normal for Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp. So the normals are on the left, the shinies are on the right, and so the Gibble, I mean, it looks really cool. It's unique, it's different. That's really cool. Gabite, I was like, oh, that's a really cool like indigo color there. It looks really awesome. And then it evolves into a gray Garchomp. The shiny Mega, I haven't even seen the shiny Mega, but unfortunately Violet doesn't have the Megas. But yeah, I haven't seen the shiny Mega yet, but I mean, I have it now. So if they do Megas in the new A to Z game coming out, I'll be able to get it there from home and be able to go. I haven't seen Blissies either. I hate these that like you can't really see the difference. Yeah, like look at this. It's just like it looks like a recolor. Like it looks like the TV needs, like you need to whack the TV to get the color right. It's so dumb. This, however, is one of my favorite shinies. If I can find it. Come on. Where is it? There we go. Shiny Umbreon is definitely one of my favorites. Oh, okay, where'd it go? Oh, it's flipping back and forth. Right? There it is. Okay, come on. There we go. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. It's not much, but I think it looks really, really cool. The eye color change and the stripe sonic change. It is one of my favorites. It is really, really cool. I love the Pokemon by itself. It is my second favorite Pokemon behind Darkrai. And the shiny is just really, really cool on it. Let me look up the Blissey. Is the shiny Blissey just like a slightly faded pink? Is that all that is? Gosh, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Like, I can't even tell the difference. It's, yeah, I guess slightly faded, maybe. The Chansey's at least like green, like you can tell the difference there. But man, like they could do so much cooler stuff with shinies. I don't understand it. They can do such cool things with it. This is one of my favorite shinies. Is Shiny Bellbolt. This is definitely one of my shinies. One of my favorite shinies. I love Bellbolt. I think he's really, really cool. And his shiny is just really awesome. Yeah, the looking at the Chansey really made it even more disappointing after seeing the Blissey. Yeah, Bellabolt's fun. I've started to use him as a raider in Violet. He's a very good raider. And so I went out and caught a shiny Bellabolt's your favorite Gen 9? Dewpider. What's a Dewpider? Or I know what it is. What's a shiny one? Ooh. It's like purple. Okay. I like that one. I dig that one. I dig that one for sure. That one looks really cool. Gardevoir, shiny Gardevoir and Gallade I think are really cool. The blue. Speaking of good shinies, Politoed is definitely one of my favorite shinies. I love the shiny Politoed. It just looks really, really cool. It's the ones that are like complete recolors like this, I always think are really cool, and Politoed is one of my favorites. Politoed is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, maybe not top 10, but it's up there. It's for sure like top 20 or something. Absolutely love Politoed. As a matter of fact, when my buddy and I were doing our podcast, the King's Rock podcast, I was trying to. We ended up using like a Slowpoke in the logo for a little bit, but I was really trying to find a way to get Politoed in there too, because I love Politoed. We're gonna do like Slowking and Politoed, kind of trying to get those in the logo, because they both use the King's Rock. But part of the reason why I thought of the King's Rock name was because I wanted to include Politoed some way or another. All right, round 2 has just begun. We are going against Raging Bolt, which I think in theory is a good matchup for me. Yes, Incineroar does have a really good shiny, and that's one that I would like to get. Problem is, I think you can get it right on with the expansion for Violet, I think, which I just don't have. But I think that you can get it with that. But I definitely need to get my hands on an Incineroar for VGC purposes, because the Intimidate, the the one attack that makes them flinch. There's a lot of good stuff that you can do with the Incineroar. And yeah, when you pull up with a shiny Incineroar, you mean business. All right, there we go. We got the bolts from Ready, Deck, Go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get going with the Terrapagos. So Their single prizer is the Sandy Shocks. 120 hit points, which means that our Dusknoir can get it. Our Dusknoir can knock this out. Tails. So they are going to want to go first, or they're going to want to go second, which is fine because we want to go first. I just want to avoid putting a 2-prizer out there, so they're forced to take a single prize knockout on turn 1. Although they're thinking now, they're not sure. Okay, so they're going to go first. And honestly, that's probably the right move, because it really puts me behind. So that's probably the right move. I definitely don't get that Terapagos out. I don't want them to be able to take that 2-prize knockout, especially the Terapagos early. And we got the Poffin, so we can get started with our stuff anyway. What do they have for gusts? They have a single boss. They have 2 Pokemon catchers. They have a vacuum, so I need to be careful about that. And then they have a prime catcher, so two Pokemon catchers, a prime catcher, and a boss are their gusts. They're going to go Squawkabilly here probably. With only 2 cards in hand, they're going to want to use that Squawk to try to get as set up as possible. Yeah. Oh, they're going there. Okay. Yeah, I love this Duskull. And technically, I'm sure all of you have possibly heard this discussion, this argument. Technically, this is the optimal Duskull to play, not the new one, just because in the 1 in a million chance that your opponent can get Mew EX to copy it with a Defiance Band, it can knock out your Duskull with the other one because it does 30 damage, or your opponent can copy it to get Duskulls out of the discard pile. So technically this is the optimal one, but I really just chose this because I love the art on this one. It is the true and real reason why I chose that particular Duskull. I got 2 of them, so I can do this. And we're going to Fan Rotom Hoot Hoot. So we're going to do that. I probably should have only gone 1 Duskull is probably the right move. But we are going to Fan Call. And we're just going to grab those. Well, actually, you know what? I can fill it, because if they don't take a knockout, they're just going to be really far behind. So I can actually fill the bench without problem. And we're going to end the turn right there. So at first, I didn't want to fill the bench because I wanted to leave a spot for the Terapagos. But, I mean, they have to take a knockout. If they don't, they just lose. So now we can, if they take a knockout, we can, assuming we don't get Ionode, which their hand is almost empty now. They're running pretty low. They do have the Pokestop, though. Okay, that Pokegear is going to be pretty good for them. So if they take a knockout, and they will, we can go, and they're going to Sada. We can go Terapagos, we can go Noctowl, we can get the Stadium, we have Pheasantipity, we can really load this bench up and then take the knockout onto the Raging Bull with the help of Dusknoir. Actually, what I probably want to do is get the knock on the Ogerpon. So Counter Catcher will get us there to get the knock on the Ogerpon, because we don't need the Dusknoir's help for that. The Terapagos can do that all on his own. Alright, so we're going to promote this because we're going to go Pidgeot. Assuming I have my Pidgeot, I guess I should have looked for that earlier. Thornton can come in clutch later. So Trapagos, we need the Trapagos before the Noctowl. I have learned my lesson many, many times from doing this. Is you need the Trapagos before you can Noctowl. Okay. So we have the Feather Ball, we have the Rare Candy. Do we have the Pidgeot? We do have the Pidgeot, okay. So we're gonna go Rare Candy, Feather Ball. We're gonna go Feather Ball for the Pidgeot. And then we're gonna Rare Candy into the Pidgeot. Now, what do we need? We have the Counter Catcher. So we're going to Counter Catcher into the Ogerpon. We need the Stadium for sure. So let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to grab the Stadium. I have another Duskull, right? I do. So we're going to grab the Stadium and this. And then Pidgeot for the energy. And then we can take the knock. This is a decent matchup for the Bouffalant if I was playing it, which I am not playing the Bouffalant. So we're going to go that route here. Go Pheasantipity. We're going to draw some more. We do have the Thornton to make a play later. So we're going to get the double turbo here. We have 3 double turbos to play with right now. We're going to retreat into here, and that is going to be 220, which is enough to get the knock on the Ogerpon. Is there anything else we want to do before that? The answer is I don't think so. Because we take this knock, we go to 4. Actually, we don't want a Thorn, we want a Briar next turn. The answer is absolutely we want a Briar. So maybe we just I&O here. Is that the right play? I think it is. I think we I&O. We give them a new hand because we're going to want to Briar and win next turn is our goal. And that really doesn't get us there. Does it? Okay. So we're going to take the knock here. So here's our game plan. Our goal is to win next turn, but we definitely need some help. There's the Dusknoir and the Research. That's helpful. So they're going to take the knockout here. And that's going to put them at 3 prizes. Yeah, that's unfortunate. 1, 2, and Fanrotom. So they take the knockout here. They go to 3. Then what we're going to try to do, well, no, because they're not dropping anything that we can Dusknoir. So they're playing it smart. So we can't win next turn. We would need like oh there we go. Okay, so they did drop it now. So double Dusknoir and Briar gets us the win next turn. Because we can Dusknoir here, puts us at 3, takes them to 2. Then we Briar, we Dusknoir here, knock with Terapagos. So that is how we win next turn. Can we do it? I don't know. But we do have 2 turns to win, possibly, because I don't believe they can take 3 prizes in a turn. They cannot. Are they playing Briar? Should probably look at that. They are not playing Briar, so they cannot take 3 prizes in a turn. So we do not need to rush this game. There's our other Terapagos. Okay, so we have the Night Stretcher to grab a Noctowl. And then we just need everything else to go our way. So if we cannot Dusknoir unless we're going to win this turn. Because then they will just win. So we're going to go Night Stretcher for Noctowl. Noctowl gets us Stadium Candy, right? Noctowl gets a Stadium Candy. Yes. Candy Stadium. So we're going to bump that. We can go Candy Dusknoir. We can go Nest Ball for another Trapagos, just to get something on the bench. We can do this. Fanrotom also on the bench is fine. Let's go ahead and draw. We got Iono, didn't we? Oh no, we shuffled. Yeah, we shuffled. Okay, we're fine. All right, Energy Lotto. Do we get a double turbo? We did. Okay. So there's a double turbo. So we're not going to win this turn. We don't have a win. So we try to take one. We take one prize here. We prime catcher, take a single prize. Puts us at 3. I think that's what we do. I think that is what we do. We play it safe. So we do this. We do this. Let's go ahead and grab the Fanrotom out there. And then we Iono. Put them 3 new cards in their hand. Doesn't really help, does it? Night Stretcher doesn't get us anywhere. Can't Thornton. Thornton next turn. Okay. I haven't seen Briar. Is Briar prized? We have Briar. Okay, Briar's prized, so it's a good thing we didn't even go that route anyway. What do we want next turn? We take this here, and if they take that, they go to 1. We need 3 prizes. We need Briar. Eek. We're kind of in trouble, aren't we? I probably should have taken that knockout, because they would have had to go for a lot, wouldn't they? Let's go ahead and grab that. I don't know if that's the right answer or not. We can go to 2, but then that puts them at 1. Okay, let's just take the knock here. I don't know if I played that right. I don't think I did. Because there's the Briar. Okay, so we're at least not possible to win. I think we just lost. I think we needed to. I think we needed to knock this bolt, because that was all their energy. So I think we needed to take that chance, and what that chance would have been was them going to 2 but we would have gone down to 2 as well with that bolt being gone. I don't know, because then if they take a single prizer, then we can't Dusknor. Sorry, I was absolutely ignoring the YouTube comments. Window was minimized. Sorry about that. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so the fact that they promoted this Raging Bolt either means one of two things. One, they went AFK. Or two, they're not sure if they can pull off the win or the 2 prize knockout. My guess is they went AFK because of how long that took. So if they pass, then we just Briar, Dusknor, and we win. We get our 3. Or Dusknor first, then Briar. Okay. So I think they just went AFK. So because of that, we got really lucky and just won. Because we can do this. They go to 2 prizes, then we can Briar. So I think we were losing. I think we were going to lose. But yeah, they just went AFK, and that opened up the door for the Briar win. And when I say we were going to lose, I think if they got what they needed, we were going to lose. But there was no guarantee they were going to get what they needed. But yeah, they're definitely AFK. They're not taking their... Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. So we got the win. Some roads are easier than others, but yep, we got the win. We got there. Where are we at? Here we go. Boom. We're bolting up here. We got 10 minutes for the next round. And we're sitting at 2-0. Go Badet going with the bolts. All right. So sitting 2-0. We got 6 more rounds left. So 5 wins guarantees top cut. 4 1-1 most likely guarantees it as well. So we're where we need to be right now. Sitting at 2-0. You know, you take what you can get. What do y'all think about Louisville? Think about Louisville regionals. What do you think's gonna perform? Any ideas? Any thoughts? Is Raging Bolt as good as everybody thinks it is? Is it going to be the number 1 played deck? Is it going to be the play for Louisville? I think it could be. I absolutely think it could be. But this meta is so wide open that there's so many decks that they could place, or if they would win, it would not shock me in any way whatsoever. Go Badet, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Appreciate the wish of luck. We'll see how it goes. You have a good evening, and hopefully see you next Friday. Oh gosh, if Iron Thorns wins, I don't even know what I will do. If Iron Thorns wins, I will play it again at the Tournament of Doom on Friday. If Iron Thorns wins, that's what I'm playing next Friday. As much as I hated that deck. If it wins, that's what I'm playing. Mark my words. Let's see. Let's look at the pairings. Azul is still going on. So Azul has not won yet. Let's see who's all streaming. We have After Crash is 2-0 with the Palkia Dusknoir. I am 2-0 with the Terapagos. We have a name that I can't pronounce with Raging Bolt. We have Boomsy with Raging Bolt. We have Sneaky Old Crab with Charizard. 1-1. We have Ira Perlman with Lugia. We have Peanutic Butter with Miraidon. And we have Azul playing Lugia. I have failed so many different Nuzlockes, and like it's not even funny. It is something that I am not good at. I think I went like a week, 2 weeks straight with playing Nuzlockes, and they were not good. So the most recent thing that I have been doing is a Venusaur lock. I started with Bulbasaur, and I am using nothing else to fight other than Bulbasaur, or Venusaur now. So I'm going to see if I can beat the game with just Venusaur. And I am 4 badges in. 3, 4. Yeah, I'm 4 badges in so far, and Venusaur has just been Rockstar. It'll be... The hard part's coming up because badges 5, 6, and 7 are all strong against Venusaur. Because Koga's poison is strong. Oh, actually, no, it's not, because Venusaur is also poison. So really, it's just Sabrina and Blaine that are strong against Venusaur. So I'm hoping the fact that I am leveled so high will give me an advantage against those two. And then against the Elite Four, I have no idea how it's going to work. So I have not played Diamond. Where in the game is that? Where in the game do you go up against Cynthia? Speaking of which, Cynthia, right here on my desk. Just took this out of my GLC deck, actually. Oh, okay, so you made it all the way through. You just couldn't beat Cynthia. Okay, hardest champions, and that fits from what I know just from watching the TV show On and Off, because they made a big deal about Cynthia coming back, like the next generation. So that makes sense that she is the And I haven't seen the last season with Ash, or the last series with Ash, but there was like a world championship or something, I guess, and Cynthia was back in that too. And Cynthia's the one with the Garchomp, right? Is that a Cynthia thing? Shilu Shay up on YouTube. I have not played the TCG Shop Simulator. Okay, it was all the champions in that. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. I need to watch that. The problem is, I feel like there's just so much that I haven't seen, and there's so many episodes of this show that like to try to see them all would take forever. But I kind of do want to see the whole end of that. I did go through, so I watched the Kanto, the Red and Blue series as a kid. I watched Johto as a kid when those all came out. And then like back as an adult, I went through and watched Black and White, and I thought that was good. That was fun. So I saw Black and White, and then I went through and saw, was it Hoenn? Sinnoh. Hoenn, Sinnoh. Piplup. Whatever the Piplup is. Sinnoh. That's Sinnoh. Gen 4. I went through and watched a lot of that. So I'm slightly familiar with a lot of these, but not incredibly familiar with a lot of the stuff. Gen 3, I don't ever remember watching that. I don't think I ever saw that. With those starters would have been Mudkip, Torchic. What was the other one? Mudkip, Torchic, and if I remember right, I hated the grass one in this one. Trico. Oh, I kind of remember Trico, but I don't think I watched a ton of Gen 3. Trico, I hate Trico. Like, I think he just looks so dumb. I don't know. I have no qualms with Trico in any way. I think just going from Bulbasaur and Chikorita, I was disappointed by Trico, I think is what the deal was. Because I love Bulbasaur, I love Chikorita, and I think Trico, I just felt disappointed by Trico. But like I said, there's nothing, no real anything behind that. That's just me being me. I dropped to your knees. Yeah, there's nothing really behind that. I have never played with Trico, so I can't even say it's because he's bad. It's just I just kind of felt disappointed compared to Bulbasaur and Chikorita. I don't know. Also because Mudkip was awesome, being the grass ground or the water ground type was just awesome. Having no weakness to lightning, which is a problem with water types. It was just really, really, really fun. So I was all about the Mudkip in that series whenever I played those games. And then like I know nothing about whatever was after Black and White. Was that Alola? Was that Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon, X and Y. I know nothing about those series at all. Never played any of the games. Never watched the show. Sun and Moon was when they switched the animation to like the more like I guess more authentic anime style animation, and I just couldn't get into that. I tried to watch it a couple times. The voice looked and sounded weird. I didn't like the animation, and so I just never watched any of it. But I kind of want to, just because like I want to see what the show talks about, the different Alolan Pokemon, that kind of thing, how they talk about that. I want to do that, but I just haven't gotten myself to do it yet. Because then you had Sun and Moon, and then X and Y, and then was it Sword and Shield? And then I jumped back in the games with Sword and Shield. I do like Rowlet. I like Rowlet. The grass types are just like hit or miss for me. Sometimes they're really good and sometimes they're really bad. I did start with the grass type in Scarlet Violet. I started with Sprigatito, which actually in my Violet playthrough I kind of cheated, and I started with Eevee because I really just I want a game where you can start with Eevee, and that's what I did. I traded myself an Eevee I put Eevee from Go, a shiny Eevee from Go into Home, and then as soon as I started playing Violet, I transferred my level 5 shiny Eevee from home into Violet, and so I started the game with Eevee, and that was so fun. It evolved into Umbreon, and me and Umbreon rocked that game. But I 100% agree with your unpopular opinion. I think Sword and Shield was really fun. I thought the animations on the game, it was new to me. People have told me that the games on like the 3DS or something were similar, where it had like the 3D animation style that Sword and Shield did. But the last game I had played was Fire Red and Leaf Green, and so the animation for Sword and Shield was brand new to me, and I really did enjoy Sword and Shield. I thought the game was fun. I am also not one that cares a single bit about storyline in games. So everybody that complained about like the storyline of the game, I didn't care. I don't read, like I don't watch cutscenes. I don't read, the lines and lines of text that NPCs say in games. I just want to play the game. And so I know nothing really about the storyline other than just kind of the basic of what's going on. So I thoroughly enjoyed Sword and Shield. And then I played Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I played Shining Pearl, and I was extremely disappointed with Shining Pearl. But then Violet came out, and Violet is the most fun Pokemon game I have ever played. Violet is DLC for Sword and Shield. I did not get the DLC for Sword, and I have not gotten the DLC for Violet, but Violet is so fun that I think I am going to have to get the DLC for Violet. I've heard that the DLC from Sword was fun. Even people that didn't like Sword and Shield claimed that the DLC was good. All right, so we got our match here. We got our opponent, and we'll see how this goes. Who is your starter for Scarlet? Okay, here we go. Let's go and see what we got here. Heads, please. Yeah. The Quaquaval seems like it's really fun, but I think like the whole dancing thing just right in front of your face seems really annoying. So I'm glad I didn't go that route. But I went with Sprigatito, my daughter went with Quaxley, and my son went with Fuecoco. So we got, each of the starters there. Okay, so what am I playing against? Okidogi, Monkey-Dory, Pechirant, Pheasantipity. So this is the Loyal 3. Man, they're 2-0. Okay. What do? We go Fan Rotom. We definitely go Fan Rotom. But we have nothing else after that. Like, absolutely nothing else. This is as bricky of a hand as you can possibly get. I mean, that is what we have to do. We just have to get set up and hope we draw something, I guess. So we go Fan Rotom. And we go, oh gosh, my Pidgey's prized. So I can't even rely on Pidgeot to bail me out because I have the rare candy, so all I would need is Pidgeot, Ultra Ball, Feather Ball, any of them to bail me out with that, but I don't have the Pidgey, so I can't even throw that up there. Okay, so they got nothing either. There's the the top deck of the Trapagos was huge because now we can Noctowl. So what do we do? For sure we do this. I think we need INO, right? It puts them into something. So maybe we don't. I don't want to give them a new hand. So if we go Prime Catcher... Well, I didn't get any of them set up, did I? We go Area Zero and Buddy Poffin. But we're still not putting any pressure on. But that's fine because they didn't have anything. So I think we just do this. Area Zero Buddy Poffin. And this way we can just kind of get something going. And then we'll pass here. I mean, we still don't have much. But we can at least Candy Dusknoir. I think my opponent is, yeah, they don't have anything either. Okay, so my opponent's bricked. So yeah, they're trying to load up that way. Does 190. Featherball gets me the Pidgeot. But I can't get him out of the active. I can't do anything. So we're going to go Candy Dusknoir. I could do that and draw a prize. Which I think is what I want to do. I mean, I might get something. I need some kind of help here. Let's do that. Let's get a prize. They're going to get a prize too. So they're essentially getting, 2 cards off of this. But we need something. Night Structure doesn't help. We are going to pop this, though. Just thin the deck a little bit better. And we'll pass. Probably should have got like a research or something. I would have thrown the Briar away. Okay, they don't have anything either, or they got a search to pull that up, maybe? Gosh, I think they're bricked too. But they're gonna get 2 prizes, so oh gosh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to move that over. So they have a Poison Monkey Dory now. Is that what if you have Pectorant? If you have any Pectorant, opponent takes 1 less prize. Okay. So only get 1 prize for knocking that out with a Pectorant. Gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Let's go Fan Rotom. I don't know, I need something. Hoot Hoot is not that something. Oh, you know what? This is, though. Boom. Area Zero is a really cool stadium. I think it is a really fun interactions you could do. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. We can go Prime Catcher. We're gonna Iono for sure. We need an energy. So we go Lotto. Actually, just go Switch, right? 200. We go Switch. We go Lotto and Switch for sure. And we hope we get a double turbo here. We don't. It's unfortunate. Kind of put all my eggs in that basket. Nothing there. Let's go Nino. Maybe I pull a double turbo from this. Or not. Well, I am bricked about as hard as you possibly can. Let's see. Ultra Ball gets us. Ultra Ball can get us another Noctowl. But does Noctowl help us? Still no way to get that stadium. I got 4 of them in there. And no way to get it. All right, let's grab the Noctowl. And we'll use the Noctowl. I mean, we're kind of in trouble here. And all I need is a double turbo. That's it. That's all I need. We're going to set up our next turn. We're going to do this. And we're going to go Candy. And we're going to set up for next turn. So we're going to go Candy Dusknoir. We're going to hold on to that. And we're going to pass. We're going to do that. We're going to set up. Ready, deck, go. I appreciate you for hanging out. Thank you. Well, I'll report on Discord how it goes. So I appreciate you hanging out, and I'm in for a long evening. So talk to you later. They got the Pectorant. They got the Pectorant. So now I'm only taking a single prize. Okay, there's the Iono. That's fine. That's fine. And there's my double turbos. Finding Gnocchi. Is that enough to knock that out? 19. Is that 40? Yeah, that's enough to knock it out exactly. They're going to 1 prize. They just got me. I think they just got me. Can't do that. All right, we're going to flip the script. We're going to draw. Well, Bear is helpful. Go Bear Iono seems pretty solid. Ultra Ball. Don't need the research. Probably don't need the candy. We got a Noctowl. Do I have another Ino? Or I'm out of Inos? I do have another Ino. Okay. I have 2 Inos. Okay. So Ino to 1 seems good. Oh no! No! I didn't have the Trapagos. Shoot. Well, now we have to just go this route. So we can do that, but man, that was a massive mistake on my end. Massive mistake. Only get 1 prize for that too, because they finally got the picture up. I mean, they bricked so hard, but then we also bricked pretty bad. Prime catcher, there it is. They got it. Yep, I just had we both bricked, and they just got out of the brick faster. All right, 15 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, here we go. We are back. And next round is up. What are we playing against? Raging Bolt with the Dusknor. Okay. Alright. Get the game client rebooted. And let's get going here. Two and one. If we go here, we're 3-1. 4 rounds in, 4 rounds left. Gotta do real good in those last 4 rounds. Excuse me. All right. Challenge has been sent. And let's get there with the Terapagos. So just a 1/1 with a single rare candy. Yes, I want to go first. So we get to start Fan Rotom. It's pretty good. We do have the Candy Pidgeot in hand. Only plays one INO. He does play the Briar, which you do with the Dusknor. We can get Pidgeot here on turn 2, assuming we don't see that one INO. Or Prime Catcher knockout on the Pidgey. Excuse me. So we actually don't need the Fan Rotom. Probably should have used it though instead of this, but I'm a moron, so here we are. Let's do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and Fan Call. For 3 Noctowls. And we'll pass the turn. So we have Candy Pidgeot for Terapagos. Then we go Noctowl, Noctowl, Profit. Right? Seems fair. So the Briar just went to the discard pile. They do have a Palpad. Okay, so they can get it back with Palpad. They just there we go. So, yeah, they failed the Pokegear. I'm gonna pass. Oh, okay. So we could get there. We could possibly get there right now on turn 2. Oh, they just dropped. Okay. Well, they just conceded. Must had a terrible hand. So yeah, they burst roared and then just gave up. So, well, we're 3-1 now. But all 3 wins kind of feel like we backed into them. Because we had round 1, the opponent didn't show up. Round 2 was pretty neck and neck, but it was leaning towards a loss for us. And then the opponent went AFK. Round 3 was a double brick on both sides, and they got out of the brick first and beat us. We couldn't find the energy. Round 4, opponent just conceded. But regardless, we are 3-1 halfway through the tournament. If we finish 6-2, we're probably just barely gonna miss cut. So we need 6-1-1 or better. The undefeateds, let's see, top 27 are undefeated right now. What does the metagame look like? Did I correctly predict? And I think I did. Terapagos Dusknoir is number 1. Raging Bolt is number 2. Dragapult is 3. Palkia Dusknoir is one that I did not predict. Charizard is way down there. I thought Charizard was going to be higher. Lugia is kind of right where I expected. Lugia is doing very good right now. 21-11 for Lugia in this tournament. Rhydon is down there. What's a Terapagos without the Dusknoir? There are 2 people playing Terapagos without Dusknoir. Interesting. Alright, so they got their setup. Let's go ahead and capturing aroma. Maybe we get a heads. We don't. Excuse me. So we go Lugia. We can Jacques and grab double Archeops. I'm going to throw the double Archeops away. Let's go Minccino. And we will jet up the Lugia. And then we're going to... Oh, that was a mistake, wasn't it? I was all happy for this, and they're just going to knock out the Lugia. This is why I don't play Lugia, because I just did their work for them. That's why we don't play Lugia. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to step away for a little bit. Again, have a chance to take a break here. But I will be back for our next round in round 5. So, see you in a little bit. All right, we're back. We're back. Still got plenty of time for the next round. I was actually sitting back watching the end of Zul's game with his Lugia, so I was kind of seeing his gameplay. Let's go ahead and play some more Trapagos. I just want to get more games in with this deck. More games in here, so I just don't make stupid mistakes like evolving into the Noctowl without a Trapagos on the field. Alright, Hoot Hoot, Noctowl, Pidgey. Alright, so we go Hoot Hoot. Opponent's got the sleeves. Possibly the mirror match. They went first, so I'm guessing it's a mirror match based on the sleeves, the Pidgey, and them going first. And we'll know right now. No, it is Dragapult. Okay. There's Zul sitting at 4-0. Lots of Lugia's up top. Lugia's doing really well. We are sitting at 36th place right now. Lugia's 26-12. Lugia's doing great right now. Okay. Let's drop you. We're going to drop the Fan Rotom. We're going to go Noctowl, or Hoot Hoot, Noctowl. Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot. Trapagos. And we'll pass. I am currently 4-1, 3-1. How many rounds have I played? 3-1. 3-1 through round 4. So we have, there goes my Noctowls. 4 more rounds left. So I'm wanting to go 3-0-1 to make top cut. 3-1. Well, one rounds 1 and 2. Lost 3, and then 1 round 4. Just playing a little bit here in between rounds. And round 5 will begin in, looks like about 6.5 minutes. So they got their turn 2 Dragapult. They always get the turn 2 Dragapult. Noctowl is gone, which is unfortunate because I have nothing unless I top deck something good. I have nothing. They do a... What did I miss? Oh, Night Structure. They use Night Structure to get the Alakazam back. Pidgeot, and they got everything on turn 2. Pidgeot, Quick Search. They're going to go Knockout, Knockout. And then we Scoop, because they're getting everything on turn 2. When you get Dragapult, Pidgeot, and Attack all on turn 2. Okay, they're not going for the attack. Oh, they're going to go for that attack. I forgot that's a thing. You can actually Jet Headbutt with Dragapult. Alright, well... guess we do that. And that gets us what we need. We can drop that. We can drop that. And then we go Noctowl. We go Noctowl. Yes. Then we go Pidgeot. We're missing a feather ball, aren't we? We are. Is Pidgeot available? It is. Do we have things we can throw away? We do. Not great, but we do. So we go Ultra Ball. And then we go Ultra Ball for Night Stretcher. I guess I can't do those anymore. Oops, not you. You. Then we go Candy Pidgeot. We can go Trapagos. I just want to punch, I think. So we're gonna... What? All of my research is prized? Oh, seeing any, right? Nope. Both my researches are prized. That's unfortunate. So in that case, we have to go Noctowl again. Because we need the stadium. So we're going to go Energy Lotto and the stadium. Since I can't research and I don't want INO. Energy Lotto and hope we get it. We didn't. So let's bring up the Alakazam. And we'll bring up Pidgeot. And pass. I guess I could. No, that was fine. They do have the Pidgeot. I don't know if they have a switch. If they play a switch, probably play Turo they could do. But it's forcing them to use it on that instead of something to progress the game. I feel like Energy Lotto has missed every single time. But having both research prized is rough. So I don't think they have a switch. Let's see where I am in the standings now. There are 14 that are undefeated as of right now. And I am at 43rd. 43rd out of 224. All of the matches have completed, so next round should begin at any moment. There we go. They got the energy and the rescue board. But now they don't have an energy, so they have to jet headbutt. Drop the fan rotom. Quick search. And I think we just go energy. We just go energy so we can do something. Because taking the risks did not do anything. Alright, next round is up. We're playing against Roaring Moon. I don't know how I feel about this matchup. Alright, opponent's checked in. So we're going to get going here in round 5. Let's go ahead and get the client restarted. All right, here we go. Let's see if my opponent is available. They are. Let's get going with Terapagos. So the 4 Pokestops are kind of annoying. Yeah, I want to be yawning a lot. It is almost midnight. These, excuse me. These tournaments that go beyond midnight are starting to get rough. But, you know, this is what we build up to here. This is what we build up to. This is what we're here for. Alright, so they are having me go first, which is fine. I would rather go first. But not with a Terapagos in the active. That's unfortunate. Alright, Whale. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go Poffin. For those two. And for here, we want you, you, and you. Seems good. Lots of targets it can go for here. Alright, so if they have it, they have it. For the Moon to knock out the Terapagos, they do have to use the Frenzied Gouging. So at least have that going for us. And then we could possibly return with 4 prizes, with a Dusknoir on the Moon, gusting up the Pectorant and knocking it out with the Terapagos. So even if they do take the knock here and go to 4, we can also possibly get 4 prizes on our own in one turn, and then we just take 2 and win. Send a Prime Catcher away. That's interesting. But they needed something. Okay, well, they play the Binding Gnocchi, whatever, Binding Mocha. Binding Mochi. So they don't need to knock out their own, or knock down their own Moon. That's unfortunate. However, they might not have anything. What do you mean for 3? You mean for them? For Moon to get 3 energies? Okay, so now's our chance. No. Oh, I see what you're saying. We're not using this attack. We're just using the first attack. The Unified Beatdown. So the double turbo. So we are not using this one at all. So we just need the double turbo. So here we're going to go Noctowl. Yes, I would like to use Jewel Seeker. We do have the rare candy. Okay. So we need, is a Pidgeot available? We do have the Pidgeot. We have the Pidgey. So we need the area 0. And gosh, the Feather Ball's prized again. Ah, shoot, I panicked. I panicked and messed up. Okay. Let's see, we can go Candy Dusknoir. That's fine. We can go here. Let's go Hoot Hoot Duskull. Let's go another Hoot Hoot. Fill up the whole team here. Energy Lotto. Failed again. This card has failed every single time I've used it. So I have to throw the rare candy away because I panicked and grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so there's a double turbo. There's the Noctowl. We do play a switch. So we can take the knock here. So we go switch and candy, right? Switch candy is our play. Yep. That's our last candy. Where's my switch? My switch is not here. Do I not play a switch anymore? Okay. In that case, well, we go Prime Catcher, Candy. I wanted to be able to get rid of the Pectruant, but I can't. I don't have a way to get that Noctowl out of the active without Prime Catchering, which is extremely unfortunate. Let's do that. We can Night Structure it back if we need to. Pidgeot. Candy Pidgeot. Well, I take that back. We can. But I don't think it matters. I don't think we need to pop the Dusknoir yet. Let's just preemptively grab the Thornton. I don't know if that's right or not. But we have one more candy left. It's in the prizes. So we're going to go ahead and take a 2-prize knockout here on the Squawk. Oh, shoot. That was a massive misplay on my part. Okay. So what should have happened, and I know this is a thing too, and I'm just kind of losing it, is I should have grabbed, there's the switch. I should have grabbed the Vitality Band, and then I could have knocked out that moon with the tool attached to it, the Binding Monkey. That would have been my play. That was the right play if I did that. But yeah, I missed that one. So 2 play mistakes. I threw a candy away because I panicked, and I did not knock out the right Pokemon. Subjugating Chains. Calamity Storm is going to knock that out. So we go Noctowl, Noctowl, Fanrotom. Okay. And then Pidgeot gets promoted. And that's going to take a damage, so we can go Terapagos still. But we need to fill that bench up. So if we go Noctowl, quick search for Noctowl, but then we're not going to get the energy, are we? We need Ino. So Noctowl, we do have the Ino. Okay. Okay, so we got something here. We go Noctowl. Noctowl then gets us Ino and Area 0. We go Area 0. We go Night Stretcher for the Pheasantipity. I mean, we definitely go Candy Dusknoir. That's 100% the play. And we draw here. Okay, so no Briar. Because if we got Briar, we could have possibly just won. Double knockout here, and then Briar knockout there, possibly. So we got Bear. We're going to go Terapagos number 2. And then we're going to go Ino. And hope we get an energy. There's an energy. Okay. Double turbo there. So now we can retreat into the Terapagos. 220 will take the knock there, and they're kind of in trouble. The double Dusknoir is pretty good for us right now. Because they can take 2, so we can use 1 Dusknoir. And not even a full art Ino. I have a couple full art Ionos, and I think I have 2 good ones. So I could put those 2 in here. I actually don't have a reason why I don't. I like using the same art for cards if I can. But yeah, there's no reason why the Ionos I'm using are not full art. They absolutely should be. So they could force a single prizer to the active, but they're not going to take a knock if they don't. The legacy? Is that the way you're talking about? The legacy energy? 12, 24. So Pectrunt can get the knock here. But we do have the double turbo and we can just return it. If they bounce this, it'll take a little bit of work. Well, not really. Bundle. I'm going to bundle something else to the active. Just go with Trapagos, I guess, right? Because we got the double turbo for this. The INO, we're kind of in trouble. Maybe, possibly in trouble. Down to 2. We guess I got Pidgeot though. Okay. So there we go. And we just win. Because we can go double turbo. We could go there, or we can do this. And get Vitality Band. And we're doing 230. So there we go. We got the dub. So we're now 4-1, 5 rounds into it. Made that massive mistake at the beginning. 2 of them, 2 massive mistakes. But we were able to pull through and get the dub. So 4-1. There is 13 minutes left. Let's play something else. Whoa, we're not playing Fan Rotom. What do we want to do? What do we want to play? What's that? Gardevoir, Golden Go, Ursaluna Valiant, Pidgeot Control. Not to be confused with Bird Control. Oh, okay, yeah. Neo Upper, so that could have been maybe Dragapult, possibly? Dragapult uses the Neo Upper, so it could have been Dragapult. So, did you get bulldozed by that, or did you bulldoze them? Who was the one that was getting bulldozed? Alright, I will go first with Regidrago, which is, I'm happy to do that. Teal Mask Ogerpon, you were starting off in the active. Snorlax. I guess attacks, right? Attacks pass. You received the bulldozing. Yeah, I wonder if it was Dragapult. Not a ton of decks use the Neo Upper because it has to be a stage 2 that it's attached to do anything. So I'm guessing that it would have been like Dragapult, possibly. Flute, they chose nothing. They did not choose to use it on the Drago, or the Drago. Pass. We need Grass Energies. Accompanying flute, nothing. Lucky for me, I don't play a ton of basics. Flute again. Oh, they're going to get the squawk. Yep. Well, I can motivate with the squawk, though. Mimic you. Yeah, Snorlax is just really obnoxious to play against. They got another Snorlax. Ooh, handheld fan. I don't like seeing that. Prime Catcher, though. Doesn't matter. You know what? I don't want to play this. I don't want to play that matchup. You can have it. But in the spirit of control, try some bird control. Right. You play Snorlax to climb the ladder in hopes that your opponent just doesn't want to play against Snorlax. So they just concede. All right. No, I do not want to go first. All right. We do have the rare candy Pidgeot, but we have to survive. And we're not going to survive, as we're playing against Raging Bolt. So Azul is now 5-0 with Lugia. The 5-0s, we have a Charizard. We have a Iron Thorns. We have... What is this? It's Tatsugiri. Has the Okie Dokie. Dark Energy attack she gets. 230 HP and attack does 170. Why is this here? What does that do? Okay. Arvin. Lugia is extremely bad against Thorns. Azul, however, is running a Klefki in there to shut down Thorns. So when Klefki's in the active, he can do his thing. So that is Azul's plan. Excuse me. Alright, so we got the Mimikyu out, ready to go. What is this deck doing? So this deck is 5-0. It has Okie Dokie, it has Tatsugiri, Radiant Greninja, Iron Bundle, and Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. I don't understand what this deck is doing. 4 Boss, 3 Research, 3 Arvin, 2 Ina, 1 Penny, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Switch Cart, Energy Sticker. Does that come back from the discard pile? And attached to a Pokemon. 3 Energy Sticker, 3 Energy Lotto, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Heavy Ball, Super Rod, Vacuum, Experience Share, Bravery Charm, Artisan, Town Store. What is this deck? Boomsy, how's it going? We are 4-1. 4-1 right now in the tournament. We are just kind of hanging out with this in between rounds. Yes, let me link you to this deck here. Oh, what are you playing, Boomsy? Let's see. Let's do this. Raging Bolt. Oh, so game's not going well. What happened? All right, we'll go Rotom. The Ionode my Pidgeot away. Candy, TM Devo. Oh, wait. Never mind. That was fine. That was fine. Star Alchemy. And then we're going to go Pidgeot. So we can go Candy, Pidgeot. And then we're going to Pidgeot for something. Just vacuum away the Pokestop. Now let's counter catcher up the Pheasantipity, and then we're going to instant charge. Alright, so they got another Pokestop. That Mimikyu is going to be a pretty good wall. There are only 2 matches left in this round, so we're not going to finish this game. Where are we at in the standings now? Updated standings. We're at 30th right now at 4-1. Our tiebreakers are terrible. We're at the very bottom of the 4-win group, so we really need to win. We can't afford to play second fiddle here. We need to win. Okay, well, with all those Raging Bolts, we just win. Because I guess if they have a Canceling Clone. If they have a Canceling Clone, they can do something. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's probably what it's doing. But they're 5-0, so whatever they're doing is working. 5-0 is not an easy thing to do. Prime Catcher, they can knock my Pidgeot out. That's fine, I'll penny up the road and we just have the Mimikyu out there. Oh, doesn't matter anyway. Next round has begun. We're going against Cloth. which I feel is pretty good against me. Cloth Electrode is probably pretty good. Let's see if I can get my opponent to just scoop here real quick while I'm waiting for the opponent. See if they just give up here. If they play, we'll concede. Okay. They're playing. We're dropping. See if we can get a dub here against Cloth. I think Cloth has a decent advantage against us. It hits for weakness, so that's one thing. All right. Let's go ahead and reboot the client. Get back into it. And let's try to win game number 6, 5, whatever this is. Game number 6. We have 3 more rounds before top cut. A win here would put us at 5-1 and put us in pretty good shape. Make sure we get the right deck here. All right. So a win here puts us at 5-1, and that puts us within striking distance of top cut. Yeah, I think I want to go first. Yeah, because I need to attack. So I definitely want to go first. They can get the turn 1 attack off the Cloth, but I definitely want to go first. And then Fan Rotom is a pretty good starter. 3 bosses. Trying to be really, really consistent. Perilous Jungle, what's that one? Oh, more poison. Okay. More poison damage. Town Store. Artisans. I got 3 stadiums. Super effective glasses. Interesting. Secret boxes there. A spec of choice. Okay. They're starting Pheasantipity, which is not great for them. So we'll start here with these. 1 and 2. 3. What do they play? They play 1 INO. So 1 card that can really mess with our hand. How much hit points does Cloth have? 120. What about Electrode? 210. So nothing we need the Vitality Band for. So we're going to go and drop these to get a Duskull on the board. Yeah, we want the Duskull on the board. And then we'll pass the turn here. So I don't want to give up a 2-prizer on the first turn. So we're going to sit with the Trapagos in hand, but then next turn we have like everything. Assuming we have the Pidgeot. I didn't make sure we have the Pidgeot. There's the Sneasler. If we do have the Pidgeot, okay, they're going to get their Cloth now, or the Brute Bonnet. Cloth, okay. Switch cart into the cloth. Oh, they have their one of INO. Seriously? They have their one INO. Ugh. Okay. So we have candy, but that doesn't really help us because we don't. Gosh, they have everything except for the double turbo. But man, really, they're one of INO. Cloth number 2. Nest ball. Squawkability. Gosh, okay, so they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going. There's the double turbo. There's the rescue board. Yeah, they got everything going. Toxic, poisoned. Cloth's going to take the knock. All right, let's see what we can do here. Prime catcher, that gets that out of the active. Because if we can knock out a cloth, that one, knock that out, we might be in pretty good shape. But we need to take a risk, it looks like. Pheasantipity, because they did take a knockout, so we can Fez. I did search. So we do have a random hand now. Okay. So Noctowl can get us the Pidgeot. Assuming we have the Feather Ball, we do. Fan Rotom's the only thing in there, okay. So we have that. We're gonna INO. Here's the Brute Bonnet we need to knock out. Okay. So we're going to Feather Ball. Oh, we don't have a Pidgeot. I didn't check. I didn't check the Pidgeot. Our Pidgeot is prized. Gosh. It's always something, isn't it? It is always something. All right, whale. I think it's the Brute Bonnet that I want. Because if they can't poison, they can't do anything. I just need a double turbo now. Got it. All right, so we're going to take down the Brute Bonnet. And if they can't poison, they can't do anything. Briar could come in handy. Sneasler's their pivot. So they're going to draw from the Fez, see if they can get... I'm assuming they play 4 of the Ancient Turbo, Ancient Booster. They play 3. And they threw away 1, so they only have 1 Ancient Turbo thing left. What stadium have they played? Just Artisan. So they have a Town Store. Town Store help them find it. This is going to get them a Brute Bonnet. They play 2 Brute Bonnets, they do. Do they play any Recursion? 2 Night Structures, okay, so they can get them back. Arvin. Okay, so they're gonna get it, and they're gonna knock out my Trapagos. They're gonna go down to 3. And we're gonna be in trouble. So if they're at 3, can we win? They can't take 2 prizes in a turn. Okay. So we're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. And Fan Rotom. Okay. Question is, can we win? They go to 3. We go... Do they have a way to poison me if I just knock out their Brute Bonnet? Do they have a way to win? Blood Moon Ursaluna. That's their way to win. Okay, so is it possible for us to win is the question. And the answer is no with the hand we have, right? Because if we go... Can we get 5 prizes? Probably not. 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess with 2 Dusknors it's possible. But we would need a ton. We would need a absolute ton. They have so much Ball Search, though, that they should be able to get their Ursaluna. But they won't be able to attack with it, right? Because Ursaluna is what? You need... If I take 1 prize, 4, they'll need 3 energies on it. So they won't be able to attack with it. Jewel Seeker. So we need Area 0. That's my last one. Could just go switch, go safe, and go switch. No, we need that. We need all the help we can get. Oh, there's nothing to get. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It's not enough to knock that out, so we do have to pop the Dusknor. to do that anyway. We Ultra Ball and go another Dusknoir. Yeah, so we have to do this. We take out their ancient boosters. I don't think they have a way to poison me after this if I take this knockout. And that's the hope we go with here. That's what we're going with. That they can't poison me. Town store. What do they have? Super effective. On that. Oh, they're just emptying their hand. They're emptying their deck, emptying their hand. Ursaluna's the play, but they need the energies on the Ursaluna. There's an Arven. They're looking for an energy. Find one, they did not. Damage from the cloth. Okay, so let's see what our play is here. Let's go ahead and use the town store because we can. What is our play? So you're a goner. Energy Lotto I don't need. If they take knockout, we just lose. Dusknoir. I guess double Dusknoir doesn't matter. Oh, I guess it's one more Dusknoir. Okay. So, if we take out one, a double turbo gets the knock. I don't know what we do though. I'm going to pass. Not having another area 0 is rough. I want to know if their Ursaluna is pressed. Night Structure gets me a Noctowl. So we go Noctel. Yes. We go research to get a brand new hand. I don't know what I'm looking for though. I don't know how I win this game. If I go Briar, I can go down to 1 prize. I go Boss. I should have went Boss Research, but ran out of time. And then I'm going to punch here. So an Ino to 2, knocking out the Pheasantipity. Am I out of Inos? Yeah. So I will not be Inoing him to 2. But an Ino to 2 would have been great. I just don't know what my route to win this game is. If I could do, there's the Ursaluna. Tenacity. So my route to win the game is knocking out the Ursaluna. But then they can just Night Structure it back and get it right back. Because they can't attack with it yet. They're not going to bring it up until they can attack with it. They're going to, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. They have both Night Structures left, so yeah, they have me. They have me cooked. Oh, you know, a Briar wins me the game, actually. If I had a Briar, I just win. Because I could Dusknoir, take 2 prizes there, and then Briar. Oh, shoot, I should have got the Briar. And then I had it. Or even the Research could have drawn me into the Briar. We're just gonna pass. If I draw the Briar, I win. Because I can Briar, knock that, and win. But we need the Briar. "15 cards, 1 card at a time." Thornton, does Thornton help me? Thornton gets me Hoot Hoot. Thornton doesn't hurt me. If they take a knock, I lose. So we're going to thorn this out. So Noctowl wins it for me. Briar wins it for me. Oh, no, they got the jet. Bummer. And that's enough. Bummer. Yep. Briar would have got it. Had I gotten the Briar, I would have had that one. But I didn't. I ran out of time. I panicked. I didn't think that far ahead. So when I got the boss, if I got the Briar with it, I would have won the game. All right, well, that puts me at 4-2. I think I am going to drop off the stream. I might play one more round or so, but I am out of Top Cut at this point. So I'm going to drop off the stream. Thank you, everybody who hung out with me tonight. I had a blast, had a lot of fun. Finished 4-2. What was this game? Yeah, the game I lost. So round 6, I definitely lost because of my own stupidity. Round 3, that loss, I probably should have won that game. I need to go back and rewatch that one. I could have easily been 6-0 right now, but I definitely made some mistakes. Yeah, there's nothing beyond that other than I just made some mistakes. So, well, we'll keep going. We'll keep playing. And at this point, I will see you next Friday. So thank you, everybody who hung out with me. Had a lot of fun. And next time, we'll see you.